Our Time isn't just a sci-fi film about time travel. It's a quiet, emotional roller coaster about love, identity, progress, and the bittersweet cost of change. Set in 1966 and jumping all the way to 2025, it follows Nora and Hector, two Mexican physicists who accidentally launch themselves almost 60 years into the future. What starts as a scientific breakthrough turns into a deep personal journey, especially for Nora. After years of work and one final tweak, Nora and Hector's time machine actually works. But instead of hopping forward just 15 minutes, they overshoot and land in 2025. At first, it's total culture shock. Earbuds, smartphones, high-speed trains, digital everything. But the biggest shocker, running into Julia, their student from 1966, who's now the dean of the university, and Nora's niece, Rebecquita, who they never even got to meet in their own time, is now a grown-up student herself. They learn that Nora's sister, Rebecca, died shortly after they disappeared, never giving up hope that she'd find them. That guilt haunts Nora, making her feel like maybe her journey into the future came at too high a cost. As the two try to figure out how to get back to 1966, something else starts happening. Nora begins to thrive in 2025. The freedom women now have, the technology, the conversations, the empowerment, it all opens her eyes. She realizes that in 1966, she was always holding herself back to keep things peaceful with Hector, who, even though he loved her, still lived in a world that didn't quite know how to deal with smart, ambitious women. At first, Hector's supportive, but the cracks start to show. When people praise Nora's brilliance, he gets defensive. He starts feeling overshadowed, and instead of celebrating her rising confidence, he tries to dim it. By the time she gives her big speech on International Women's Day, one of the film's most powerful scenes, Hector can't help himself. He jumps in and ruins it by trying to explain her ideas for her. Nora finally gets it. She doesn't need his permission or approval anymore. She can stand on her own, and in this new world, she actually wants to. From there, things spiral. A video of Hector ranting about how men can't say anything anymore goes viral. And it's rough. He sounds like a man stuck in the past. Nora's offered a huge role at the university, and people want her there. They see her. But Hector doesn't. He throws one last fit, threatens to leave with the machine, and accuses her of riding his coattails. She fires back hard and tells him what many women in her position have wanted to say. You were never lifting me up, you were just scared I'd pass you. It's painful, but it's real. After years of partnership, love, and sacrifice, they split. He leaves, she stays. Hector goes back to 1966 alone, heartbroken but changed. Nora reads his goodbye letter, beautiful, honest, and full of love. He admits that time beat them both, and that she deserves to be free. It's the kind of letter that could have come decades earlier, but better late than never. Nora cries, but she can't chase him, as the portal closed and she'll have to wait 30 years to join him. So she builds a life, she becomes a legend, and she spends 30 years changing the world on her own terms. Cut to 1996, Hector's an old man, walking down the street, and then he sees her, Nora. She came back, not to fix the past, but because she wanted to. She lived her life first, she grew into the woman she was always meant to be, and then she built her own machine and found him. They kiss, he says he loves her too. It's not a happy ending in the traditional sense. It's something better. It's earned. It's two people scarred by time who finally meet each other as equals. At its core, Our Time is about how love and progress don't always move at the same pace. Nora and Hector started out as partners in both science and life. But once they landed in the future, Nora started to bloom in ways Hector couldn't handle. The ending doesn't punish him though. He learns, he lets go, and so does she. The movie asks, what if the real journey isn't just through time, but into yourself? What if you can't go home again, not because it's gone, but because you've changed? Nora chose herself. Hector eventually understood, and in the end, they still found each other. Because sometimes the right love just needs time.